A daily Warzone final. I'm just going to mention it on these two pages. So it's Friday. It's a lot of crowns up at stake. 100 prizes. 2-minute tournament. 37 now. 39 have entered. There's a minute to go. Average rating 2061. Okay, coming down a little bit. A minute to go. I'll mention it in the stream room. So live stream room. I think yesterday I didn't like my play. I think I was playing with a silly experiment yesterday for trying to use weakness of the last move, but too much. I think that was flawed. I think someone said correctly on YouTube, if there's a better expression, if there's a strong move, look for a better one. I think that's a better expression than trying to always look for more than one way of exploiting the weakness of the last move. Chess Explain is in this. My good friend Chess Explain Chris is in this. Okay. So this is going to be a fun tournament. 47 now have entered. 2066 average rating. It's a long, grueling 60-minute tournament. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I've got my Diet Coke around, just in case. Caffeine helps. Okay. So here we go. It's list of 1, 2, 8. Maybe knight c6 to start off with. I think I'm going to do a tango a few times in this tournament rather than elephant gambit. Sort of provocative opening. Get dark squares, which are sort of access paths. Oh, double pawns already. Does I really want to do that? Bit defensive. I can play for f5. Okay, I'm undoubling the pawns. I don't think what's the point of that, but there's weaknesses now on g3, isn't there? f4. I'm going to f4. That looks okay. I'll let him move the rook. I want to keep those knights. Although maybe that's silly. Take that. Okay. Am I going to get this diagonal as well? I'll stop knight b5 just in case. I think I want to connect rooks. We'll get d5 control here. Okay. Maybe queen g6 crude, or e4, playing for e4. If I'd taken then e4, ruled out queen g6, play for e4. How about queen d4, knight e2? Going for the mates, nice. If I'd taken queen takes h7, hopefully I'm going to remain on the ball most of the time in this tournament. Trying to minimise horrific blunders. Actually, I shouldn't be talking like this, because usually when I talk like this, I make a horrific blunder straight away. So better not talk like that. Can I just? No, I don't want to do that. Or maybe queen f2, because the knight is protecting g6 here. So I just want to get in queen f2 for queen f1. Right, I can take on d5 here and try and get on g2. Right, okay. Can't do circles on this, can we? I think that's something I've asked for, some sort of post-game annotation. That'd be cool. Mention it. Okay, I want to play the crude way. What about f5 here, or wait for f5? So Smorg. Sounds a bit like Smeghead from Red Dwarf. Smorg. Close, maybe. Any Red Dwarf fans? So, I didn't want the Queen exchange. Thankfully the Queen was protected. Is it getting too much counterplay? Can I play for b4? Can I play on the Queen side? It's not really how I usually play this line, but I'll take what I can get. So I can play for b5. Try and win at a7. Right, there's a skewer here. Or b6, maybe. Right, so there's rook b8 on the cards. So this queenside play isn't too bad. I can get onto e6. Bishop's blotted out. If I get onto e6 or rook b8, that will be dangerous. Okay, rook b8 it is. Bishop b4 here to win the rook. E6. Am I winning this rook? I think I'm queening here. Oh dear. Should we just, I don't know, if I just try and sort of, okay mate, you know, that'd be cool. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to think today, not the weakness of the last move. I just think it's too hard. One's thinking can't be too much labour, especially in a 1 hour tournament. So I'm trying to keep it fairly intuitive, the plans. So more access paths, opening up lines, you know, basically exploitable weaknesses. I mean, that's more, I enjoy that more at the moment. So like here, gambits, you know, getting the lines, getting the diagonals. You know, if I can get this diagonal going, that'll be good. So bishop g4. You know, there's rook e8, there's d3 potentially. In fact, rook e2 and d3, just to win the queen. Actually, d3 check. There's e3. So let's play it like this. To win the queen, but he's got some material for it. Oh, that was nice. Okay, sharing pole position early on here. Spiros 35. Bit of variety with d4. Don't just want the e4 games. Now, can I get access paths with this? Because traditionally, I used to play this years ago and got good hack attack positions. So I wonder if I can do the same here by sacking c4, waiting for e5 usually, for d5. What is this? Okay. He's playing dynamically, but it's not a dragon. There's no bishop h6. So can I not just get this diagonal going, this access path, bishop h3 to e6? Okay, the center is dangerous. Right, there's a point. Okay. I don't know, knight d5, or I want to get my queen, I think, to the h file. So without my center collapsing totally. So if I get something like, actually, is knight c6 useful? There's knight d3 coming up. Knight d3 I'm going to have to take, because otherwise he's winning. Okay, can I just get an attack going here with knight f5, or my king's going to get it? Is he going to take that? Because my knight left on f5 might be dangerous. Bishop g2 is going to be dangerous. Okay, this is probably cool. But how cool? How cool is cool? Maybe not. Oh, it looks resignable. Oh! What have I done? This isn't cool at all. There's rook f1. Hold on a sec. It's queen g5. Getting slaughtered, aren't I? Yes. Gone. That's a shame. My king safety. That bishop sack. Very good. I mean, I don't know. I didn't expect that. I thought knight f5 bit of chance. The knight coming to d3 was threatening to win d4. Was a bit of a disaster. Okay. That was a very, very interesting game. Maybe e4 after that and d3. Quite d3. Vary a bit. So this guy's on 20 and on 1901. What is that? Bishop b4. Isn't that just a loss of tempo? So knight c4, bishop g5 would be a plan to try and get control of d5. So like b4 maybe as well. He's not really going to play g5, is he? Surely. I want to keep control of this, but I've got protection of f2 now. So rook fd1 and b4, b5. Oh! Okay. There's weaknesses. If I play for b5, I want to try and win e5, but maybe even a4. Okay. So I'm threatening to win the bishop or e5 now. Takes on e2. I got access to the light squares. Maybe queen h5 coming up. That looks pretty cool. So like something like rook d1 first. Okay, e5, which is supported by the knight. I think I can get away with playing for e6. Or can I? Take this one first, maybe exchange off queens. Right, there's queen b7. Is that any good? A bit materialistic. Why don't I just play queen d5? That nasty pin. Okay, can I get rook g4 in or rook f4? So there's... Okay, I don't know. What can I play for here? He's quick. Maybe that's why he's on 20. He's very, very quick. I can't see an easy infiltration. Let's get out of this diagonal. What about knight b6? That knight's a bit... Or rook d5? Okay, I don't mind the rook and pawn inning, for sure. I've got enough passed pawns here. Thanks very much. So 24 puts me in second place at the moment. Okay. Maybe French defence? Risk it? Is he going to play b4? I suspect people play b4. Can I not play... Okay. That's interesting. Is he going to give me that? Because that could be an access path. Bishop diagonal. Bishop d7, knight e5 to try and... If the queen's not protecting the bishop, then bishop d7, knight e5 is a common tactic. Okay, can I play for g5? Let's play bishop b4, right. So bishop d7. So if the queen's not on here, then knight e5. g5, g4 looks quite exotic as well. I think I'm going to play that. Ah, okay. Is he going to crush me with c5? Squash time. If I take, would I be in big trouble? Can I try and castle queenside later? Or play knight takes e5? Right. If I castle here, queen d5, bishop e6 would be a skewer, queen and knight. I don't want this line opened up. I think I've got to get my king a bit safer here. There was b5 threatened just then. Okay, is the b file dangerous? It might be. So I'm on the rook here and the bishop. Okay, I might be on that square soon. I'll stop knight b4 actually, because I want time for knight h4, d4. Possibly a bad idea now, because rook b6 looks pretty strong. I could be a goner because rook b6 carries with it c6. Oh, this looks horrible. What about if I play bishop d5, delay my plan as e6? Oh, I'm going to get slaughtered. Oh no. Bishop c4, knight h4. Okay, I can't play even that. Can I try and open up the king? If I can't play that, that's big trouble. And I'm going to lose on time here. I've only got 35 seconds. How about bishop c4? Oh, there's e6 now. Losing my queen. Disaster. That got into big trouble, didn't it? I can only pre-move this position and hope for the best. It looks pretty abysmal. I'm getting mated here. Yep. No blunder with queen g7 or anything. That was a wreck. Whew. How to get smashed in the French defence. White's play was pretty good though, I think. For a 2-minute game. Okay, a quick f5, hoping for a bit of a hack attack. Didn't this guy win the Warzone yesterday? I'm a bit worried seeing that nickname. I'm pretty sure... okay, let's not worry too much, but I've got a good position here, maybe. I don't know, queen h5. Crude, but I might have fe coming up at knight d5. So is there an f-file hack attack? So knight d5 here, I seem to be winning pawn, an important pawn. Maybe he won because of being quick, I don't know. If I just shatter the pawns here, maybe rook takes f7, there's bishop e3. So how about queen f7? Now a check on d4, possible, king h1, maybe bishop f4 later. I'll be on c7 if he doesn't exchange off queens. It looks pretty decent, this position. I can even pin the knight now, or maybe not. Okay, maybe c3 at some point here. Okay, I might be running into a skewer, but maybe there's rook f5. Can I get a pin? If I play rook e1, there's rook d1, I suppose. Oh, there's back row. Okay, I'll stop back row. Oh, knight g4. He's still got back row implication. But can I win h7 here to get my h pawn? If I just nick h7 for a sec, mind you those pawns are doubled. Try and get this h pawn working. Right, now try and rook h3 it. If rook h4, so knight f6. My knight's going to have to come back for his pawns. Or can my king come over to the rescue here? If I can try and win the queen's side pawns, hopefully without losing a key pawn myself. Right, I can play for h6 now to hem in that king. Amusingly, this is Zugzwang. And I can win a5. I need to avoid stalemate. So a check and then taking the knight. Would that do the trick? Unfortunately, no, I've messed it up. Ah! I can't hold on to the... Actually, no, I don't want to resign the game. I just want to draw the game. That would be helpful. I just want to draw. Okay, messed up. Big time. Oh, what was that? Oh, these quick resigners might help. Oh man, the regret starts to sink in as usual for this tournament. Oh no! What about e4? What have I done? Some sort of weird gambit? Queen f3? Weirdness? Maybe bishop b5 is useful. Actually, this turned out okay. f5 of king e7, maybe bishop g5. I don't know. c4 or f5. I want to stop the queen coming to h4 actually. What about just the e file here? Okay. Now this looks good. The king in the center. So something like... Okay. Dunno. Queen f5. Doubling rooks. Bishop f4. Bishop g5. Maybe bishop g5 is the one. The chosen one. Bishop g5. Because then there's pressure on the f file. So I've got pressure on the f file. What about... I don't know what to do after that. Let's think. Ah. Easy choice there. Queen e7, queen h8. Okay, 42. The answer to life, the universe and everything. Hitchhiker's Guide. 42. Okay. Okay. Taking there. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing there. Can I just... Okay, exchange of queens. Would that favour me? Sort of opened up a bit in the centre. Sort of Nimzowinjin. Maybe knight g4. Or knight e4. Yeah, can I try and... He's going to double my pawns though. Oh! That does not look good, actually. Can I win g2 if he takes her? What have I done? Just lost the key pawn. Can I win h2? Plays g3, f6. I get double pawns now. I might get a g file. So he doubles my pawns. Okay. Now c7 is under fire. Is bishop e4 any use? Chess explained on 56, it seems. You get some counterplay here. B file. Bit of B file pressure. What about bishop a8? There's knight f5. Let's get the bishop there. Fortunately, knight d5, but on d4 for a moment. It's knight d5, probably winning another pawn. No, there's rook b5. Okay. Try and pressure this queen side for a moment. If I can double rooks on the 7th, takes double rooks, I'll be happy. Is he going to move the knight? Because then I double my rooks. It's always good to have a battery, as a general rule. That is, everything's a general rule in chess. But can I get this battery then? So, rook g2 under fire. Actually, rook f6. Whoa. Can he get away with that? Okay, it seems he can. But if the knight moves, there's rook h2. In fact, if rook f6, maybe h5. In fact, I could have taken that rook. So now, that looks hopeless after losing the rook. So 58, okay. Okay. Come on. d4, try d4. So an old engine, is it? Oh, what about if I fianchetto? Try and play positionally some games like Mad Hacker, just to balance things out. Fianchetto variation. Maybe with a quick c5. So like King's Engine fianchetto line. Maybe play for a4, knight b5. Okay, can I get c-file pressure? Well, not much. Okay, is there a chance here of using this diagonal, bishop h3 coming up? Now maybe this, if I get a battery here, so I'll protect e4 first. If I get a battery on e5, then e5 might be vulnerable. And this h5 I could hijack. Oh, actually, hold on a sec. Let's play an illegal move. There's bishop e5 here. There's bishop g7 if rook e6. I'll get onto this diagonal and play e5. Now his h-file attack, I can win the knight with the check. I don't think his h-file attack is that scary. That's bishop f5 winning the queen. Even better than queen c4. Okay, 76. Encroaching on Chess Explained here. So, okay. Maybe French defence. Can I fare better than the previous? What about a knight c6 Guimard? Little surprise. Maybe people are less theoretically aware of knight c6. Hang on. What's going on here? Okay, so I'll play g6 and bishop g7 just to shield my king from queen h5 RAF. So if I can castle c6, okay, I'll support the d5. Castling kingside here is novel for me. Maybe queen h4, knight g3 coming up. Okay, this pressure on f4. I think I want to take like that. I'm not sure entirely. Bishop a6 maybe is going to be useful. Bishop a6 is ruled out now. Okay, compromise. Bishop d7. Now I can pin that. Maybe b5 for b4 threat. Okay. Pawns are away from the bishop for a moment. Can I get this? Can I get an attack with rook h5, queen h4? So I need more attacking pieces than this, I believe. Okay, the rook e4. I don't know if that's at all good. I think my king, I think I need to prepare evacuation for my king to h7. Mind you, this pin is already nasty. My rooks are all over the place. I can't get back to defend that 7th rank. If I can't get back, I have to sack the exchange, I think, to solve some problems. It doesn't look too good here. Mind you, queen c1 after. Still doesn't look too good. Can I threaten rook e1 or something? Queen c1, there's knight g1. It's all over, isn't it? I've gone kaput. Queen c1, knight g1, and he's on g6. I'm missing something. Rook e1, knight e1. It's queen e4. Oh dear, oh dear. If I have to play queen e4, that's not a good sign. But is he going to use up too much time here? Hang on. If I take this rook, oh no, he's got knight c5. Brutal. These French defences, I'm absolutely slaughtered. I'll try a different variation of the French next time. It's just bad. The rooks were just defenceless. What is happening with my French defence in this tournament? I'll try anything else. Centre counter? Could that be a good bet? Centre counter. Just anything, not a French, maybe a Sicilian? Trying to get some sort of hack attack going here. Right. Just does that. I got some pawns there. Oh, the screen keeps messing around. So queen g5. What do I want to play here? Oh, that's generous. Needed that. Oh, he's in peace-giving mode. This guy. Okay, I'm still near the top, still getting slaughtered in the French. What about, I don't know, Sicilian, centre counter, b6, maybe? b6, knight c6. Okay, it's not an e4, thankfully. Oh, e4 would have been winning a piece. Let's pay attention here. Oh, come on. Can I play for knight d4? Oh, he's left his queen in play. That's very handy. And very generous. Oh dear, oh dear. And he plays on just after blundering queen. Ah. Okay. Oh, light relief. Okay, okay. I'm just thinking to e4, to 1 e4. What do? I'll delay that problem for a bit. Okay, nice centre. He's going to undermine with f6 though. This is going to be a pain. No, he doesn't. Okay, he left that central pawn wedge. So can I build up an attack position with queen g3, bishop g5? Okay, so what about knight g5? To get the dark square bishop. Ooh, ooh, generosity in this tournament. Okay, what are people doing? They're giving me pieces. It's all good news so far. 24 minutes to go. Okay. Now this is the one I need to innovate. I need to innovate. Come on. Do I? Is he going to move? Right, Sicilian defence. I'll give that a shot. Can't be worse than my French defences, can it? It's going to transpose into a French defence at this rate. I'll lock down the centre. Maybe try for an attack with g5. Or bishop h3. Very crude. Often effective. In 2-minute chess, that is. Disclaimer. Ah, I can get a centre pawn. Okay, he evicts my queen. Yeah. And my king is not brilliant, as usual. I'm trying to hold on now. Why did I do this? Why? If the queens come off, I get an h-file. Hang on, it's not all bad. I can protect that. I can play f6. Okay, it's not all bad. I can attack the e-pawn. Try and get another pawn. I can play g4 and then try and double. I can attack the e-pawn again. Maybe g6. Okay, get another pawn. Okay, I can play for g5 to undouble. Try and get these guys out. Okay, and exchange off a pair of rooks. Hopefully without getting mated because of this rook h8. I've got bishop f8 to avoid losing the rook. Okay, I've got a lot of pawns for the piece. So come on, come on. a4. Rook c2. Where's his knight going? With this mass of pawns. I'm going to win another pawn. Yes. I need to get my pawns over here working. Maybe rook d2 or rook c2 to stop knight c5. And let's get a move on here. What about a4 or d3? Uh-oh. I've got to start the pre-move. Oh, knight e6 is going to win a piece. e3. Oh no. Don't tell me I'm going to lose the rook. If I play for rook b2 and then try and get the armada of pawns working. Okay, can I win d2? Yes. Tie the rook down. Right, third position. Okay, third position. Interesting game. I actually won a game with black. It's a miracle. With the Sicilian defence, c3 Sicilian. Keep the tension here, maybe. I don't know. h4, knight g5. Try and break this pawn chain. Mission accomplished. Okay. Now what? Castle and just knight takes, bishop takes, f7. If I can stop him castling, that's not going to stop him castling. Okay. He's going to castle. I don't know. Okay, if I double on the f file, or rook g3 as an idea. Oh, exchanging a pair of rooks. There's e6 and knight e6 as an idea as well. Oh, he's going to play knight d4 with rook g3. I'll let him do that. Knight d4 rook g3. Tempting, because then he loses the rook. Nope, okay. What do I want to do here? Bishop h2? Yes, I think bishop h2. Then I'm on f5, there's knight h4, there's rook g3. I don't mind that, surely. That's not mating, is it? What is he going to do? Under this queen. Good news. So 18 minutes to go. It's looking good, this tournament so far. Not too bad. I think Sicilian fared well. Oh, this guy's 2554. I'm hoping that's not his 2-minute rating. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. If I have stuff, do I? Knight g4 on the cards. I know it's pretty cheap against a 2500. But now I've got a good position, surely. Bishop f5 or d4. I don't know about d4. Is there going to be knight e4? Can I play for like rook c8 to stop bishop d4? Aha. Oh, he's just won my queen. That's a bit naughty. Oh, do I play on? I don't know. Okay, maybe there's a chance with knight f3. You never know. Might be winning a rook here. King g2, win the queen. There's no other way of winning the queen. Bishop h3, king e2. I got 2 rooks. It's alright. Sort of. Can I get f4 in? Or h3 would be dangerous. If I get h3 in, oh, I'm getting torn to shreds, aren't I? I think I resign that. I can't coordinate. He's won so many pawns of his queen. It's tragic. What was a good position, I just fell for a horrible cheapo. Okay. Is he going to positionally do me over? Sometimes this guy does in this opening. But the quick f5 might be annoying. I don't know. If I get queen to h4 here, if he takes, well, he's blotted out my bishop. But again, queen h4 is now dangerous because there's no knight f5 at the moment. d4, queen h4. Yeah, okay. There's that. Is he weakening himself a little bit? Knight f4. Okay, if I get bishop e3 in, I'll take this guy. What is he going to take here? I suppose. But this diagonal's been drilled into, isn't it? d6, winning a piece. There's queen h4. If the bishop... Okay, I've won a piece there. Alright, so I don't know if I just protect d3 and again. So f5 is inhibited. And there's queen g4 as well. Queen f3. What do I want to do here? Maybe g4 just to cement against f5. Trying to keep this bishop hemmed in. I want that c file too. Right, I got the c file. Can I use it? Maybe double and then rook c7. Maybe even rook f5 just to make sure. Okay. This f5 could be a pain. Alright, okay. Can I get the queens off here? It's queen d1. Is he gonna... Okay, the queens are off. What do I need to do? I need to get a knight to f5. Rook b7, knight d6 to f5. That'll be really juicy. I think I'm about to install a knight on f5. Okay, now what? Pin this guy. It's knight e4. Oh, his king's coming out. Is this quite dangerous, or...? It's getting short of time. Okay, 11 minute 34 to go. I think centre counter or a gambit. Oh, he's playing a gambit. Quick e5. What is this? Okay, let's just hold on to that e4 pawn for a sec. Try and regain e5. How about knight d3? That's almost a threat of mate, especially bishop d2. That'll be good. Chess explains on. Oh, nearly. I'll play it anyway. I think it's a good move. So I can play bishop e6. I can castle queenside, or bishop c5. Then bishop e6 maybe. Can I control that d4 square? Double pawns. But controlling d4. Maybe that beautiful knight now. Maybe bishop f5 to cement the knight. And then castle queenside. I have double pawns over here. About c5. Okay, keep my pawns intact there. Have I got a pawn potential over here? Perhaps not. I think he's done very well so far. Can I get knight c5 in? No. c6? Trying to get knight c5 in? Don't know. Okay, and he's good on the clock too, this guy. Alright, panic stations. Knight d3 to try and get the c5 pawn. Nope. f3. Try and get h3 maybe, if I can get the knight across. Knight e1 could be useful. He's shown so much resilience, this guy, from what I thought was a terrible position. No. Can I get a passed pawn over here? Now he's got this pin. But he is down on the clock a little bit to 29 seconds. Can I get him still? Knight e3 to d5. Rook g2. Can I get the king out? I think knight d5 here. Nope. Okay, try and win his a pawn before that goes somewhere. Now he's going to clear out my pawns here. Wholesale clearance. Well, king moves are usually quick. Oh dear, oh dear. Keep the checks up, I think. Hope for the best. Alright, okay. Lurking on third place at the moment with 7 minutes 31 to go. L'Oracle, I think I'll accept a draw here. Because 196 split the point strategically. They've obviously had a good tournament. I want to do as many wins as possible in the last 7 minutes. Where's the knight going? Queen e2, queen e7. Am I trapping the knight? Could this be a quick win? Just what I wanted, really. Looks good. Don't mind exchanging bishops. Or winning c2 even. What about bishop e4, bishop h3 just to stop castling? Okay, can I try and win that bishop? No. What about knight c5? Or a4 coming up? Okay, knight c5 is another promising one now. Bishop c2, there's b3. Can I get dark square control if he gives up the bishop? Now if takes, there's b takes. Threatening to queen. Okay, so knight f5 to d4. He's resigned. That's the sort of quick win I needed. So chipmunk, I'm chasing a chipmunk here. They're usually quite cute and furry, aren't they? Chipmunks? Chipmunk? No. Okay. Very funny. So Pesse. Okay, a 2192. Not to be sniffed at. Tournament rating. Try and play some positional games. I think I want to preserve that light square bishop. Okay, he's doubling the pawns. I've got f5 as a target. Knight c2 to d4 though is going to be a pain. What about queen b1 just to keep an eye on the c2 square? Has he not lost a pawn like that? There's knight f6 coming up. If queen f5, knight f6 would win the queen with the check. Takes, queen takes f5. This looks beautiful. Dark square bishop. Threatening mate. What would I do after that? Rook a3. Switch the rook across. Takes, takes. King g8. Mate! Got mate! 252. Okay. Milo 966. Sicilian, I think. Weapon of choice. I have a bad feeling about this guy. Has he crushed me before? Who cares? Okay. Is he going to play e5? Should I stop e5? Bit concerned. Perhaps it was a problem. Who knows? Try and break up the centre with this d5 anyway. Leaving him with a pawn hemming in his bishop. Okay, what about queen b6 after? Is that any good? Probably not. Play it anyway for queen c7. Ah, come on! Rook d8, come on! Get a move on! What do I want to do here? Bishop e4, play for e5, f6 and e5. Is that any use? I don't know. What about bishop g4 pinning first, if knight f3? Then maybe e5. I'm on f4 here. That's good news. I can play e5, get a centre, but he's got a7 pawn. What about b6, then e5? Okay, he's giving me a good position, free of charge. I can play for e5 now, get a rook to the 7th, double on the 7th. 2 minute 32 of this tournament left. Can I pull win here? Prevent the use of g5. Maybe f4 coming up is useful. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm blocking in my own bishop. That's better in a way. The bishop's got scope along that diagonal. Okay, he's given me another target here for my king. So I can get rook c2 in. Okay, okay. Lock down these pawns. Maybe b4 now is a threat to knock out his pawns. Hold on to that for a sec. b4, I'm going to take with the king, get e3 in. He's spotted b4. Oh, there's c4. Not quite. Okay, so there's rook c4 now. Don't tell me that's a draw. Have I just fluffed it? Or can I win that king and pawn ending? If I take with the pawn, I think I play for b4. I can get back. b4 takes, d5, king c5. So he takes. Delicacy, think of Rubinstein. Maybe it's not that hard, this ending. I'm just simply winning the d pawn. I can distract the king here, surely. If the king ventures forward, I move my pawn. Now I'm just triangulating. $7,000 cubits. Might come third, fourth. Okay, that was a good tournament. I couldn't have caught, even if I got 20 there, I'll still come fourth. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. I did. So comments or questions on YouTube. Well done, Chess Explained. Might do some Tower Memorial games with him, I hope, soon. Okay, thanks very much.